You got Andrew Yang suing over the cancellation of the New York primary. Former presidential candidate Andrew Yang is suing the New York State Board of Elections over their decision to cancel the Democratic presidential primary. Okay, so Yang criticized New York's presidential primary cancellation in the lawsuit. It would be, quote, suppressing voter turnout as voters will have less incentive to vote if they cannot cast a vote for the highest office in the land, and thereby negatively impact challenger candidates. Listen, man, again, I'm not going to change my opinion. I think this is just theatrics. It's not going to accomplish anything. Yang knows that, okay? We know the result from when you sue the DNC. Even if the New York primary took place, it's not going to change anything. This is theatrics, man. It doesn't mean anything. This guy was one of the first to fall in line and put his support behind Biden. I don't trust anyone who toes the party line, who is so willing to just become a lapdog for the DNC, for these corporations. This was around the same time that Biden said he's going to veto Medicare for all. And Yang said that he would endorse whoever supports UBI. Tulsi Gabbard did. And for 2 weeks, nothing from Yang. And then all of a sudden he endorses Biden, who does not support UBI. People sued the DNC in 2016 after they rigged the election against Bernie. And you know what happened? The court just ruled that the DNC is a corporation. Therefore, they have the right to rig their own primary. Nothing's going to happen. Yang is just doing it to look good for, the progressives who haven't crossed the finish line yet and, caught on that, oh, they're all fucking corrupt. They all work together at the end of the day. And there's no changing that. There's no changing that. Nothing is going to happen. Nothing's going to come of this. I can assure you. I can assure you. It's going to be the same thing as, 2016. Oh, we're a private corporation. We can do what we like. Screw you. It's uncomfortable. Yes, I'm being very blunt about it. And it's uncomfortable for a lot of people because they were living in this illusion that they actually had a voice. No, you don't. Unless you own means of production, unless you own capital, unless you own stocks, shares, bonds, unless you're an oligarch, you don't have a voice in America or anywhere else, honestly. Okay? You have some of the progressive leadership calling this out, but why wouldn't they talk about voter suppression and voter fraud? Right? What about everything that happened in Texas? Closing down polling stations. What about what happened in California with the ballots? What about Iowa? What about Chicago? What about sending people out to vote during a pandemic? Why do they stay silent on all this stuff? And then when it's already too late and there's no competition and they've already toed the line and already fallen in line behind Joe Biden, oh, now they're offended. It's always when it never counts, right? They're always like saying shit when it just doesn't matter. Like when it's politically convenient. Then they're outraged.